Try again. Yep. Evidence of alignment or trying too hard? What is it?
Trying too hard.
You know it.
I do.
We liked it anyway. Nothing wrong with faking it till you make it, except that it never works.
You know, I got caught up in that trap of faking it till you make it.
It's all right.
Early in my life,
It's all right.
I read a book by Vincent Peale, I think it was about you can choose to be happy, and I chose to be happy, and I took it way too far, and I spent a good part of my life.
Here's the distinction, and now we can talk about it now that we've talked about so many other things. The thing about choosing to be happy, and here's the distinction: happy chooses you. That's getting out ahead of it. When you're out ahead of it, then the happy thought just is in your mind and you're just happy. But if you're not happy and you're trying to choose the happy thought, it's harder to do. Can you feel the distinction? Be as happy as you can be and let that be enough, and then be as happy as you can be and let that be enough. And you know, your inner being loves every bit of whatever you are. It's just other people that have kind of got you confused about that, you see.
Yeah, your teachings has allowed me to fall in love with myself. I didn't used to like myself too much. And these days I love myself.
Yeah, well, with good reason. With good reason. So that's what you've come to give us. What more do you want here?
I could use a little help with the practicability. My wife and myself, as a matter of fact, she's brought me to you first many years ago. She was one of my better friends, and I was a pretty unpleasant man back then. And
remember, she brought you and said, "Fix him, please." No,
yeah. Yeah. But she brought me to one your seminars was my introduction to you, and it turned out to be a disaster, but it was probably one of the best disasters of my life. And I felt like I'd lost this best friend, and I was really scared. And but it turned out really well. It turned out really well.
And so from where you stand now, what clarification are you reaching for?
We've been considering changing homes. We've paid for ours, and we're going to sell it and move more out of the city. We're both retired. We want to get away from the hustle and bustle in the city, and we're going to want to move up a little farther north.
So just now, you did some daydreaming that's helpful and some daydreaming that isn't.
Yeah.
Esther's begun calling it, am I daydreaming or nightmaring? Because sometimes she'll find herself on a train of thought and it gets a little bigger, and suddenly she'll think to herself, what in the world am I doing? And so when you're thinking about what you want, that's helpful. When you're trying to get out of the hustle and bustle of the city, that's not so helpful because it contradicts the vibration. Yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
So here's our question to you, and you really help us wrap this all up into a way that can be very helpful for everyone else. So do you think that you are willing, capable? Do you think you're at the place where you could do this, where you could just let the ideas come to you, dream it, and hold off on trying to make anything happen or take any action? Do you think you could do that?
I believe we could. I really do.
The reason we ask is because, and here's the distinction, if you've really got the hang of dreaming, then you're happy right where you are, and it just gets bigger and bigger until you can't help but move into an even more pleasing place. But if you don't have the hang of that and you're trying to fix something that isn't quite right, then you keep dragging that other stuff into it and wanting to take action too soon. Can you feel the distinction? If what you're looking for is a better feeling place to live, then isn't what you're really looking for is just a better feeling place? So our question to you is, can you find the better feeling place without the urge to make a move right now to turn the better feeling place into something that is a reality that everyone else can see?
Oh, both of us are very pleased with the house we're in. Well, not very pleased, but it's we're looking for a better place, so we can't be very pleased.
But we really want to drive this point home in a way that you can really hear it. If you think about what it feels like to be in a really good feeling space, what comes most to your mind?
Oh, nature.
So start right there. Can you, because you're already in that vibration of alignment, can you let yourself receive non-resistant thoughts of that? Can you daydream around that and nothing other than that for a moment?
Oh, I more than daydream about that.
So describe that to us just for a moment.
Well, we live close to an open space.
We just want the daydream.
The daydream?
Nothing real or practical, just the daydream.
The daydream is to walk out my front door and I do a sunrise
Or maybe
ritual.
not even out of a door, just be out there.
Yeah,
Just be out there. And what does that out there feel like?
connection, alignment.
What does it smell like?
It feels like I'm amongst the creature teachers that show me the way.
Pure positive energy, surrounded by pure positive
Pure
energy.
positive
And what does that
energy.
feel like?
Bliss.
Feels like alignment and
Alignment,
bliss and
and
eagerness.
excitement, eagerness.
And in this dream, do you want to look out and see anything? And what do you see? Vistas, hardly anything. Grass is blowing. Maybe a critter over there and a critter
Lots
over there.
of critters, lots of critters.
And so as you just stay with that for a little bit, as you let that vision just bliss you out and not try to turn it into anything productive, but just enjoy the feeling of that, now you are out ahead of that. Now you own that vibration, and that vibration will lead to another thought of non-resistance and another thought of non-resistance and another thought of non-resistance. So you might do that every day for a while until in that non-resisted state something is offered to you that just feels familiar, like that feels. Your practical mind isn't saying where actually is it, or how many square feet is it, or how many vehicles can I park there, or how long does it take to get there, or where are the roads and are the roads open, or how much does it cost, because all of that is irrelevant, because under that blissed out state nothing would come to you that goes crosswise in any way from what's in your vortex or what is a probability. Do you follow this? If you can trust that, the easiest thought, which was the one of nature and really nothing else, if you can trust that that thought is enough because of the vibration that it produces within you, and so you are out ahead of it with your vibration, that out ahead of it vibration will bring all of the other details, and you will recognize them when you see them. Can you hear that? But if you try to find them before they just come to you, if you try to find them from the place of not knowing where they are, then you get crossways of it, and then it gets hard again, and then it slows everything down. Following?
You sound just like my wife. So there lies the problem. Is
let's not nightmare. Even if it's for fun, let's not even do it a little bit, not even for fun.
Yeah, it's not a problem. But my question is about the
It's about
practicability. It's like
we just led you on the most impractical journey that will bring you everything that you want.
Yeah.
The most impractical journey that will bring you everything that you want.
Okay.
And when you become like Esther and want to make it practical, that's when you start mucking it up, and then you got to get over that again. So we're just asking you, which is easier, to find a problem and fix it, or to start in a place of no problem? Which is easier? And do you believe that you can start in a place of no problem? You really can. You really can. Your vortex is so magnificent, and your inner being and all of us are all over it, and we've seen it and experienced it, and we know it, but you can't know what we know completely, because we've been non-resistant for so long that we can see the exact precise path of least resistance that you will follow. But if we told you even a little bit of it, you'd get off on a wild goose chase. If we told you that you can be or do or have anything that you want, money would come into your mind and you would kill the dream. If we told you that the perfect place has already picked you out, and that your inner being will guide you right to it, not in the fastest way, but in the most satisfying way, We've enjoyed this interaction more than our words can explain to you. We are eager about what lies before you, but not because the manifestation is so important.